Hi, welcome to Words of Torah. I'm Johanna Hershenson, Rabbi in Temple Beth Tikva in Bend, Oregon. This week we are looking at the portion called Vayera, and we will look at the story in this portion of Sodom and Gomorrah and Abraham's response to what's going down there. So for those who remember, I apologize. Those who don't, I just want to set up the scene. God has indicated to Abraham that the people in Sodom and Gomorrah are evil, and even though he promised after Noah not to destroy humanity again, Sodom and Gomorrah have to go. And Abraham, unlike Noah, who builds an ark just to save his family and two of each animal, Abraham responds to God, no, wait a minute. Are you telling me that because there's some jerks out there, the whole city, the Twin Cities, have to go? And Abraham negotiates with God. You know, what if I find 50 righteous people? You'd kill everybody for the 50 righteous people? Like, that's not okay. And he eventually gets down to 10. And of course, in the end, Abraham doesn't find 10 righteous people, and Sodom and Gomorrah are destroyed. Well, today is Tuesday, November 3rd. It's election day. And maybe that's why I'm attracted to this part of the weekly Torah reading, Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm so pained, as many of us are, if not pained, exhausted by the vitriol and divisiveness of this presidential campaign season. That discourse isn't about how do we solve the problems we face. Rather, there's a lot of name calling and a lot of tribalism, right? My side is the only side to save America, and if the other side wins, it's going to be war in the streets and all kinds of awful things. And I'm just wondering where the Abraham saying, wait a minute. Democrats, really? Every Republican you know is so awful? Republicans, really? Every Democrat you know is so awful? I am praying that as we settle this election in this season, in this year 2020, those of us engaged in ongoing study of Torah have the wisdom to take on this role of Abraham and look for the righteous people on the other side. Because no matter who wins, we're all left here. I mean, sure, some people have talk about Canada, New Zealand, anywhere but here. But come on, America belongs to all of us. And it's going to be on all of us to seek the righteous among those maybe we labeled as evil and start doing the real work one-on-one. Maybe it's a charge more than a comfort on this election day. But you know what? I think that's what the season calls for. I wish you a wonderful week and look forward to studying Torah with you again next week.